Hey guys, it's been a bit. Today is Saturday, February. What's today? The 8th, February 8th. I was at training for work all week, so I didn't have the camera with me. So had to do some running around this morning, but got that pretty well wrapped up. And now I'm just heading home, and we're gonna get started and see what Joe got up to this week and do some chores. All right, so I got them fed. You can see we're pretty well almost out of hay, so we'll let them eat their pellets, and then I'll go get a bale of hay for them. So they got hay in front of them. Try and keep hay in front of them at all times. Kids are doing well. The little ones you think they're not doing that well, but you got to remember they're 3-4 weeks younger than the oldest ones, and that makes a big difference in age. So their horns are starting to come through. You can see. Well, let's go look at the calves and see how they're doing with being away for a week. All right. Well, let's sweep up their hay, and then we'll get them some bags of calf feed. There, that's them fed. Should quiet them up a bit. We'll go, that's pretty well everything fed that needs to be fed right now. We'll go, I think we got some new calves on Tuesday, so we'll probably get them vaccinated and get their ear tags on. And maybe work away at getting a barn ready to move the goats into. One thing I need to do, I sold some more corn, so I need to check to see how much is left in the one bin, because I'm between what I got contracted and what's already been shipped out. I think I've only got a couple more loads to spare, because I do have to keep some corn back to feed, because that would look really dumb unless the price tanks that I sell all my corn for more than what I can buy it back in for. But my luck, that wouldn't happen. Corn would go to $10 a bushel when I need to buy it back in. Anyways, we'll just have a peek at the bin here. I know this one is still relatively, it's got a good chunk in it. Oh yeah. Don't know if you guys can see. There's easily a load left in here. This is this year's corn. So we'll likely get this bin emptied. And this one here, I believe, has got some left in it. Anyways, this is kind of icy. We had some freezing rain last week. And we'll check this bin. I'm gonna sit you guys right there. Yeah. So this bin, we gotta keep pretty well half of this as far as carryover for feed. So I can pull one more. I can pull a whole truckload out of there too. And then that bin over there is, I think we had like 13,000 bushels in it. And I pulled just shy of 2,000 out of it. So there's about 11,000. So I've got about 1,000 bushels to spare, which we'll probably just keep as well, just to make sure that we have enough for feed in case we got to, so we don't have to buy any back in. But anyways, that could work well in our favor. So if I had bought corn in the fall from somebody, and to what the price we can get for it now, I would have made $1 a bushel. So anyways, live and learn. But yeah, so just checking corn inventory. Well, Joe's doing the vaccinating. My goats should have that bale of hay or grain all ate, that I can get them their bale of hay. So we'll go get one. There, I got our bale. We tube wrap ours. I just got the plastic off of it. So we'll go around and we'll put it in the barn. All right, get that plastic out. So there, that bale's in there. They cut the strings, spread it out, and they're good for another couple weeks. Well, it doesn't take that long to look after them, per se. With these big squares, they put a couple knots on them. And the way they work out is I gotta cut the one knot completely out of the string, and then I can just pull them out easy peasy. Now that I've got the strings off, I just like to break flakes off like this and just move them down in front. Move the skid steer out of the way. This bale forks are great, but this thing makes it like you gotta be an acrobat to get in there. So we'll just spread the hay out. Some more. When we get it baled, we have them put the knives in to cut it. That way it's not long and stringy. And when we were mixing in with the TMR, it would allow that hay to mix in a lot faster. But also what's nice with it, with these goats, is it's hard for them to waste it, because what they do when it's nice and long, they just pull out a big long piece and chew it. And then if a piece breaks off and they have no more that they're chewing in, they would just go back in and get more. So at least with them being short pieces, if they chew and a bit breaks off, it's only a short little piece and they don't waste as much hay. So it's a little extra cost in baling, but we feel it's worth it in that there's less waste. I guess while we're waiting for Joe to get here, kind of go over the game plan of what we're thinking in the barn here. So this barn, when we originally were renovating for it, we still had the nursery barn, and this was all dry sows. I think I'll try to include a picture in the video of what it looked like before, and I'll show you kind of like some pictures that I took while we were renovating. And so part of that, we were going to make this a goat barn, and Dad was going to have have the contract nursery, and I was going to have my goats in here, and Joe was just going to raise a few calves on the side. Well, anyways, cattle coming back on the farm, and Dad really liked that, enjoyed working with them, so they started to ramp up the calves. So all of a sudden, from this barn was all of a sudden now only going to be half goats. Now, just the workload on the goats for the amount of return was a lot harder to do, especially around kidding time. You need somebody here when you're kidding that many. So anyways, we just simplifying things on the goats. So the goats are going to go back into their original barn that they first started out in. And then what we're going to do is put this style head rail on both sides, and then we'll have cattle on both sides. And if it works out, we're going to put, if I come down here, come out here, we're going to extend this out with a concrete yard so that they can go outside. And the plan is, because currently if we had them all inside, there's only enough room for about 38 head a side. So that would give us 76 total. And we got about 60 head of capacity in the calf barn. And my father-in-law's barn, we got about 40 there. Well, we just end up not having enough space, so we put that yard out the end, and that we can get more like 60 aside and get this barn capacity, because the cattle don't all have to be inside. You just need feed bunk space and windbreaks, and that's what the yard will have. Tall high sides on it, so there's a windbreak that they can go outside in and out as they please, and then that will give us a lot more capacity. and then we'll be able to keep with our buying our calves that they consist in about 3 to 4, average about 3 a week. So that's what the plan is. So when it was originally designed for goats, we didn't need to have stuff as sturdy. So now that we're putting cattle in, we're just cementing the posts in and making it so this side within a month will look like this side, and we'll have probably cattle on both sides of the barn, and start filling it. So anyways, we'll get these guys bedded, and we'll see, maybe we'll get started on converting the old goat barn back to the goat barn. So I'll leave you guys with that, and we'll get these cattle bedded up. Quick little update. I had to go pick up Daisy. Daisy's my dog. She's not a farm dog, she's a town dog, so she went and got her hair cut. She's a sheepdog poodle cross. So we got her during COVID. So anyways, had to go pick her up. Don't know. She doesn't really like the barn per se, because she was never been around livestock. And what's funny is, if she is out, we do bring her to the barn the odd time or whatever. The goats definitely don't like her, and they like spit at her, and yeah, so she'll just ride there with me. She likes hanging out with me, going for the odd truck ride, but she doesn't come out on the farm too much. She's not trained in wide open spaces, so she would just run and tear off. And then also too, where the farm is, the road that we're on is one of the main roads into town, and so it's quite busy, so it's not great to have a dog loose around. I know they've got invisible fences and collars you can put on, but I don't live at the farm, I live in town. So maybe one day when I live on the farm, and if she's still alive, we'll get her trained that she can have roam of the farm. But same time too, I don't like them running around carrying on and getting in the stuff that they're not supposed to. All right, I'm back. Just gotta track down a gate that we can use. There's one this one here got damaged when the barn fell down. I don't know where the other good one went. Oh, we might use that one anyways. So I don't know where the other one went. We've got a couple more spots with these gates too. No idea where it went. Maybe check in the shed. Be here somewhere. Well, it's not in here. Honestly, don't know where it would be. Probably what happened is it probably fell down and it's buried in the snow. That's where it'll be, somewhere buried in the snow. Well, I know where there's some other good gates. We'll get them. Here's where the other gate is. I had goats in here in the shop. Wasn't ideal, but anyways, that's what I had in here. Got some ideas kicking around on what to do with this building, because it's been determined that it's again too old and too high a risk for our insurance company to insure for snow load, and for other reasons they're not insuring it as well. So anyways, we got to find an alternative solution. So thoughts are is to strip it all down and reframe over top of the foundation, because the foundation on it is solid, and just make it a nice insulated shop, so we've got somewhere nice to work on stuff in the wintertime. All right, well, got the gate in here. I think all I have to do is loosen the bolt off on the bottom and just swing that up, drill another hole, and it should mount, and I don't have to move this one, and then this gate will clear from there to there. It's not ideal, but essentially all this gate will be used for is just to make it easier to get in and out, and there's no sense in putting a feed front there. We had in the when the goats were in here, you could maybe see in passage, we had the feed front all the way there, because this door, the way that room is there, right there, it's offset. So it is a bit of a waste. We do have the gate here, so we'll just put that gate there. I guess theoretically we could, if we wanted to, use this gate, and we could put the cattle or run them up the feed alley, but we don't like doing that because it's a little slippery. They don't have the same grip. So anyways, that's just the way it is. We'll have a gate here. So I just got to go find a 9/16 and hammer drill. Calf barn in front of the heater. Otherwise they wouldn't charge. That's probably what we should have used. Might have to swing that out of the way to get it drilled more. Just clean out.
You gotta fucking make sure you get all the dust out of the hole.
Well, there's the gate hung. Just gonna get a socket to pop this chain off, and then should be good. Pin took a bit of convincing to get in, but also doesn't help that this gate's got a bit of a bow in it. Oh, it's all ready for cattle now. We'll maybe get started on the goat barn. It's currently 2:30 right now. So we'll see how involved we want to get this afternoon into a project. Just waiting for Joe to come with the silage. Guys, I'm gonna leave it after that and catch up with you guys tomorrow. That pretty much wraps up what we're gonna get at today. I'll see what we get up to tomorrow. Fire's still smoldering, but that pile's a hell of a lot smaller than it was. And that's gonna, yeah, it's just still smoldering away. Anyways, I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it's Sunday morning here. Got a little bit of snow. last night. I'm just slipping down. I'm gonna do chores before I go to hockey, and then I'll catch up with you guys after. All right, hockey. I got my helper here, Andrea. Say hi, Andrea. Hi. Andrea's gonna come help us do some chores in the barn and clear some snow. You helping, Andrea? All right, come on. Yeah, that's a stinky goat. That's a stinky goat. Probably because they're itchy. Probably because they're itchy. All right, well, we just scraped up some feed. Andrea's pushing the hay up for Moose and Tony. We'll go check the calf barn out and then get the skid steer fired up, and we'll clear some snow so we can ship out corn tomorrow or Tuesday so the truck doesn't get stuck. All right, guys, so we got calf here. He's just not looking himself, so you can see how his ears are drooped down and he's a little bit off feed. So I'm just gonna give him a shot here, and then in 48 hours, Joe will give him a shot again. So we're just giving him Solaris, which is like a antibiotic, and it's also got some Medicam in there for inflammatory or pain. So we'll see if that will help him get turned around here. And you give this under the skin. So we'll see. I knew he was sick before we came into the barn, because I was able to look, and we got a feed alarm, as he hasn't been eating that much last couple days, and so we caught him here before he got too sick. And that's the one nice thing with the robot. It tells us when they're off feed. It's not that hard right now to see that, you know, guys or calves that are off feed, but when we get busy in the field, you know, you could just, you know, quickly check things and not catch somebody not feeling or looking the greatest. So anyways, we'll give him a shot here, and I'll write that down, and I'll write how much I gave him, so that way Joe and I both are on the same page and when it comes to treating the animals. Alright guys, that pretty well wraps this video up. Sundays, we don't usually push it too hard, especially in the winter time. So I'll just idle down here. So that'll pretty well wrap up this video. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Not a whole lot went on in this video, I would say major. Just doing a little bit of work. We got more stuff to come as we get barns ready to move cattle back from my father-in-law's. It doesn't feel like spring's around the corner, but we're gonna soon have to be getting equipment ready for planting, whether it's getting the air seeder ready or the corn, getting a look at the corn planter. And we'll try and get all this barn stuff wrapped up, so when it gets a little bit warmer out and we start working on equipment, we're not monkeying around trying to work on the barns and equipment at the same time. So we'll see what we get up to long in the week. Maybe I'll get some video of filling the truck. Just depends. They like to load in the afternoon, and I'm at work, and Joe forgets to take the camera out or take some pictures or whatever. So try to do that. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps grow the channel. And until next time, keep her between the ditches.